Bickerstaff told his team there's another one. Can't even inbound the ball to start the quarter. Rough start for the Pistons.
Duran got a piece of that shot by Bridges. The Pistons have as many turnovers as field goals in this game so far, 7, but only trailed by 10. Harris on the pull-up, no. And Towns tracks down the loose ball. Campaign in his 10th year was great in the fourth quarter during that 21-0 run by the Knicks to come from behind to beat Detroit. Foul called on Harris on the quarter.
Well, I think Detroit's got to make some threes. They're wild cards for this team. When you look,
but hard to live that way in today's NBA, making less than 10 and trying to win a playoff game. Cade Cunningham, by the way, did not take a 3 in that first quarter. In fact, he only had 2 points, no assists, 2 turnovers. Harris was 0 for 2 from 3. Hardaway 0 for 2. Beasley 0 for 1. Lead back to 12, matching the largest for the Knicks, with Towns now at 9 points on the day. Knicks trying to go up 3-1 in the series. Shot clock at 1. Harris has to hoist it as the buzzer sounds, and it's a
time he got it, the clock was deep.
McBride's 3 short, and Harris able to block out Towns and get the defensive rebound. Holland getting some minutes here at the start of the second quarter, as he did at the end of the first. Beasley trying to get free, spinning on Payne, driving all the way, and gets the layup to go.
That's a great counter by Beasley, because he has no space on the catch right now. Able to show some creativity and putting it down all the way to the rim.
And Bickerstaff told us before the game, if he gets an early 2, that should unlock him from deep. We'll see if that's the case. Towns driving again on Harris. A lot of contact. Shots no good. Beasley rebounds. Beasley will pull up for 3. And off the front rim, but back to Beasley for another try. Another miss. Another chance. Offensive rebound, Holland. Schroeder fakes it. Now Holland on the cross. Tried to bounce it underneath, and turnover number 9 by Detroit. They're 0 for 9 from 3 and 33% overall from the floor. Bridges on the face-up, goes baseline, the skip to McBride. Shot clock at 5. McBride's 3 off the mark.
New York's done a nice job of getting the ball to the other side of the floor when Detroit floods the zone on these drives.
Pistons have lost 8 straight home playoff games. The NBA record is 9. Here's Beasley for 3, around and out again. So Beasley's 0 for 4 here today from 3, 3 for his last 22.
And 0 for 10 as a team from the three-point line for Detroit.
McBride has it to the head. To have one team making 5 threes,
grateful for that, but it certainly could be much worse.
It's been the worst. I mean, they were so good towards the end of the regular season. Lost some games down the stretch when guys were sitting out and the 6th seed was wrapped up. Now, this is unusual. Cade Cunningham, with Anunoby on him, has had trouble getting going. He finds Duran. The skip to Holland. He hesitated. Wanted no part of that 3, so he drives and almost throws it away. Shot clock at 2. Holland's got to put it up. Another in 3 minutes in this quarter, and only 1 field goal for Detroit. Knicks up 12. That matches their largest lead of the game. They lead this series 2 games to 1. Knocked away Holland, and then
younger players taking things for granted at home and not dying.
Here the other night, equally loud, if not louder, for the beginning of game 4. Detroit down 12. Cunningham looking for just his 2nd basket, and that was a tough shot over the outstretched.
Feels like an 8-minute stretch here that Cade Cunningham has to put his fingerprints all over it. Great patience there, got the one-on-one in the post and got the shot he wanted.
Brunson's been on the bench, and the Knicks are +2 since he went to the bench. Towns for 3, no good. Hardaway bat
did not react at all. He knew he had hit the ball.
Anunoby's 3 off the side of the backboard, but it pinballs to Towns. Towns 3, no good. The Knicks going cold, but they're getting multiple looks. Anunoby penetrating.
Going to end up with points.
Katie George in Detroit for game 4 of this 3-6 series in the East. Detroit down 2 games to 1. Winner would play either Boston or Orlando. The Celtics lead that series 2-1. Game 4 tonight. Game 4 of the Lakers-Wolves up next on ABC. Minnesota leading 2-1 in that series. And if I made 2 first quarter threes. Brunson with 7. Cunningham has 4 points, no assists. On the switch, actually double, forced the pass. Hardaway got the 3. Finally, the Pistons.
it go, and it's ironic because Hardaway Jr. did not catch that ball cleanly. He actually bobbled it on the catch, but still had enough time to gather it and knock one down.
And the first assist for Cunningham. Brunson booed every time he touches the ball, and he's touched it a lot, bringing the ball up the floor mostly. Towns driving all the way, missed the easy one, got it back, and sticks it home. Towns staying. Lead back to 11. Cunningham pops for three, and that hit Towns.
In Golden State.
All about New York basketball and how good the Pistons and Knicks series have been over the years. They played once in '84 at a game at Joe Louis Arena. They were playing that series at the Silver Dome, but because the venue was unavailable, they played downtown, where, of course, all the games are now since Little Caesars Arena was built about 7 years ago. Another missed three. Cunningham 0 for 3 from deep. Detroit 1 of 13.
This is a critical 6 minutes in the Pistons season.
Bully ball from Towns, but he couldn't finish, and he collided with Hart, who had the ball, knocked physical. Officials are letting him play. We've seen a lot of.
Make sure he couldn't get the ball. Anunoby comes over the top.
And Tibbs understandably upset with the way they've let this go. To call that was surprising. Here's Cunningham leaving it for Hardaway. Blows by Brunson and missed the pull-up badly. And Towns clears it. Quick outlet Bridges. No look pass to Hart in transition. Out to Brunson. Leaves it for Towns. Swing it. Bridges 4-3. Offensive rebound, OG. Bridges again. Way off the mark. And now a 5-on-4 with Towns racing back up court. Bounce from Cunningham and a block from behind by Bridges. What a play. Mikal Bridges had 2 blocks in game 3. Hart goes right at the chest of Hardaway. And Josh Hart missing. It spins out, so he misses them both. But they still have an 11-point lead because Detroit can't score.
Motion is going to get that call sometimes.
The boos are even louder now from the Pistons crowd towards Jalen Brunson. Trying to shake Thompson. Stares at him. Now fires a 3 and swishes it through. 14.
Yeah, Thompson's a young player. He's been in foul trouble the entire series. I felt like he was a little cautious with his contest on that Brunson jump shot. Did not want to commit another foul.
Thompson in the high post, going at Brunson, and a foul.
Yeah, Davis, R. Thompson said Jalen Brunson is great.
I think, too, it's interesting, I thought, that he told us about that is how Brunson uses his arms. We talk a lot about Brunson's footwork, but his arms to draw fouls.
So good at it. He understands how to close down that gap.
Meanwhile, the Pistons didn't understand that Bridges was wide open in the half.
Sometimes when teams are struggling like this offensively, it just takes a couple of baskets back to back, and it feels like everybody will gain some confidence and settle in.
Bridges knocked it away from Harris, got it back, and that looked like a goal.
We had that reaction.
Harris just 2 for 9, though, from the floor as Towns goes up and under. What a move. He split the defenders, hung and put it home. Lead back to 12. Harris a little out of control. Turnover number 12. Numbers for the Knicks. Bridges attacks, swatted away. Cunningham. Brunson, though, tracks down the loose ball. Anunoby with the jab step and fire. Missed the 3. And Thompson blocking out Hart. Gets a little shove from Hart as Cunningham brings it up the court.
And Thompson went to a face guard block out on that last attempt and allowed his teammates to come in and gather the long rebound.
Cunningham just 2 for 6, drives, and now 2 for 7. Knicks again look to run. Hart down court, and foul called. Second free throw's good, and that matches the largest lead for the Knicks at 14 here in the second quarter. They lead the series 2-1. Game 5 back at Madison Square Garden on Tuesday. Game 6, if there is one, will be back here on Thursday. Anunoby's done a great job on Cunningham. Here's Beasley rising up, an air ball.